looking dapper.
Now, with that, this has a base heating of 2. It's expensive, mind you. It's not cheap. But let's... Can we just straight up upgrade a place that's got it? That's good. Yes, I accept. Oh, can I upgrade more than one place? Will they care? Oh, well, actually, it's taking into consideration the amount of spare resources I'll have at the end of that. That's actually pretty cool. Right, you come back and help me build this quickly. Thanks for the clue in. You're more than welcome. It's very steampunk focused. Now, if you've played a game in the past known as This War of Mine, it's by the same developers, and you can feel their influence in the game. Their aesthetic style is very present. Survivors reach the city. Sir, a group of survivors has reached our city. They are tired. They'll need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention. But they are ready to lend a hand however they can. By all means. Excellent, actually. We've got loads of people now. Whomp! Get to work, people. Need all of this done. We're probably going to build out here and drop down another lumber yard, I imagine. Or we could even build another one over here. That might not be a bad idea. Sawmill down here would not go amiss. It would manage to gather a decent amount of resources out there. There's a large part of this is managing the morale of your colony as well. And a really neat part of it is steel wreckage depleted. Oh, that's fine. You can go and start working here then, and that's going to free up even more people. A big part of this is in laws. Sometimes things happen and I have to make a decision on how I want to react to it, and at other times I can simply pass a law. I can pass a new law every so many hours. And the laws will dictate the way that your colony develops. For example, I chose to have the children of the colony be protected in child shelters rather than have them join the workforce as children. Later on then, I chose to allow children to work as apprentice engineers. So they're taking a completely safe job that isn't going to lead to any injuries, but they can help in little ways. And also learn a vocation while doing it. I chose to build cemeteries, to pass a law to build a cemetery rather than pass a law to basically put the dead into a snow pile that would... effectively, they had the same outcome, and that is that the dead would not pose a disease risk to the living. I chose, instead of using radical treatment, which may save lives but also might result in amputations, I chose to sustain life. So those who become gravely ill are taken to a care home and cared for in that home rather than risk losing their limbs. There's all sorts of things that you can do, different routes that you can go. I believe there are other things other than just adaptation as well, or adaptation. I'm currently waiting for these homes to be finished. I'm going to need more of them though, thinking about it. And unfortunately that is going to cost many more resources than I currently possess. This is going to be rough because we've also got an 18 hours on... Oh no, they were the survivors. Okay. No, we're fine. I should be able to handle this.
Work day ends. It's off time.
I can update a couple more at the very least. You know what? It's actually more important right now for me to build tents and get people into homes. So let me just get that one. Can I build another? No, I can't. That's a bit of a shame. But on the morrow, we'll have more resources being gathered. It's not the 18th century. It's the 1800s. It's the 19th century. Or at least, from what we understand, we did receive like a log that referenced 1887, I believe it was. So it's the very end of the 19th century. Right. Let's actually have a watch of them using the public house that we built for them. Where did we build it? Down here. There we are, public house. Oh no, I had it pointing the wrong way. Oh, try it. Oh, I guess that isn't so bad. You can see it over the top of the resource. Really? I have not enacted a House of Pleasure law. Scallywag. Wood crate depleted. Are there any more crates left? Any more areas that we can harvest? There are not. So at this point, the automaton needs somewhere to work. And this will be that place. Go here, automaton. That should do all the work we need. So this game plays in more or less in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, the 1870s, the 1880s, or the 1890s. I mean, I don't know when that log was written in relation to how long ago we were active in that area. We've got so many engineers and workers available. Very tempted to build another workshop. Extremely tempted, if I'm perfectly honest. Get that an extra little bit of learning going on. Workshop. Let's get that going. I want everyone working. This is what's important. You can have the automaton working there. That's marvelous. I can eke out a little bit more soup now that we've got moonshine. If we have a look at the heat level, this is livable, means there's a very low risk of getting ill. This is comfortable, means they won't get ill. I could, if I really wanted to, push this into overdrive, and I see no particular reason not to, and especially because that's going to be an issue soon. Womp. There we go. That is now going to cause my boiler to run at an extreme of its ability, and as a result, a lot of these places, the areas that the boiler directly affect, and all of the areas that any of the small steam, the heating systems that are directly tied into the boiler are affecting, are now increasing the temperature by 2 instead of 1. So these are all now comfortable, which means no one can get ill whilst there, because we've got a lot of sick, actually. We've got a remarkably large amount of sick. In fact, let's make sure that all of my houses, there we are treating the sick as best they can. There we go. Got 3 there. Actually, that's a good point. We could possibly get another. We'll need some more wood, but that would be wise, because we are going to see sick starting to creep up. But we need more places for people to work. It doesn't do to have them living homeless. It doesn't do to have them without something to occupy their mind. In these sorts of situations, having too much time to think about it is possibly quite dangerous. Right, I would actually like you to work there, please. Go. We should be able to get that one almost fully staffed. That's not too bad. No one is buried at the moment. Let's pass a little bit more time. Coal is doing okay. 3 days worth of coal. I'll probably increase that soon. Good day. Let's see how to make our city even better. They are so happy. My people are in pretty high speed. Expected. Generator range upgrade 1 reached. The generator heat zone is now extended. We can increase the power upgrade. I'm not going to do that one yet, though. I don't think we need that one. 50% more resources at the depot would be nice. But I think I would like a wall drill. Drills into the walls of our crater, uncovering trees that once formed a forest before the ice engulfed them. I'd like to see how that works. That being said, that'll take 8 hours. This will take 8... they'll all take 8 hours. Actually, I'm going to go for the medical post upgrade, because I really do feel that it would be helpful for us to get our sick cared for sooner. But now that we've got that, I am going to increase the range. So the range setting is set up. Let's have a look at how that's affecting things. Wah! Look at that. Everyone is happy. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. One might say. We've only got one tent over there that isn't quite perfect, but we'll get that sorted in just a moment. Now that is going to consume an awful lot of coal. So let's have a look at our economy. We are still actually producing more coal than we're consuming. There we go. Just with 2 coal mines. And we have room for a 3rd as well. That's not bad. Right, scouts have reached their destination. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from the Winterhome were working on. Explore. A grim forecast. We found scientists' notes. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious that they moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. Okay, coal mine, Winterhome. We'll grab those resources. We've got a coal mine down there. There's no point in going to the coal mine, though, because realistically, we can't... We are running at the maximum right now. 15 hours. There can be no doubt. It's a city much like ours. We can see the top of the generator, but it's switched off. Perhaps for maintenance? Whew. I don't think so. I have a funny feeling when you get there, there's not going to be anyone there. Ooh. The search for the other cities. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened. And such an important facility was apparently abandoned. That such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. Hope fall slightly. Tiny little drop. It's fine. It wasn't... how was I meant to be able to... Scallywags. I couldn't fix that. Oh well. Alright, let's get some more housing down then, I would say. Can we fit two? Oh, we can. 2 new bunkhouses, please. In fact, 3, 4. There we go. And then build out this road as well. That is going to be good. Let's get everything upgraded to bunkhouses. Then people can stop complaining about not having real homes. I mean, come on, guys. I'm doing the best I can. It's not exactly easy, you know. There are 11 in palliative care. How many can be in my care home? 11 of 20. Okay. The research required for that, I think the infirmary down there. Alright. We may have to make a beeline for that because we're starting to accrue a lot of people in the care home. That is not good for us. I do want to aim to upgrade, but I wanted to give housing because we also had people who didn't have any housing whatsoever. So that was important to get them housed for obvious reasons. And now we've got them housed, so... Medical post upgrade researched. Fantastic. Now, I would very much like to get to this. I feel that is extremely important. That being said, getting this probably also quite important. Hard to say. You know what? I'll just use the 10 steel because I need more wood anyway. So I'll just use the 10 steel there to make my lumber yards a little bit more efficient. That in general will help out. We're getting our sickness from these buildings, unfortunately, but there's not too much I can do about that one. We can, of course, build an extra medical post, I suppose. And maybe that would be worth doing. For example, we could build it over here, and it would be heated. Sure, okay. We'll get one more. That should give us plenty to manage everything. We're doing all right, on the whole. Our coal is full, so we've got 2 days worth of coal. There we are. I would like them to have extra rations as well. There we go. 13 are being treated, and 11 are in palliative care. Generally speaking, that's pretty good. Why? We have no steam cores. No. I left it running and I forgot. What an idiot. What an idiot. That was bad. The generator has been damaged and is going to blow. We can fix it, but only a child is small enough to fit into its mechanisms. Alternatively, a steam core could be used to shunt some pressure from the damaged... Well, we can't. Hope will fall greatly. Wop wop. Okay, that was complete oversight on my part. I completely missed what was going on there. One of our people died. Wop wop. Completely missed it. That being said, surprisingly, hope did not drop that much. I must say, I'm a little bit
looking dapper.
Funny man, thank you very much. You monster, thanks, funny man. 14 months in a row, cheers, mate. Please put some love in chat. They had a steam core on them. They had a steam core. It didn't give me a warning, did it? Oh, perhaps it didn't. Perhaps it didn't, though. In fairness, though, the loss of hope and increase of descent was pretty negligible. I fed a child to the steam garden to get it with... Yes, the machine spirit. I presented it with a living sacrifice to quell its disquiet. And it has gone back to harmonious workings. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there, speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It is a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. A fate we almost experienced ourselves. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots and descent into anarchy. Fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us. We're eating our dead. There's no hope. Well, there's plenty of hope. They probably had loads of dead. I'll keep you going for ages. Freshwater Springs and the American camp. We're on our own. Outposts. Hope and discontent levels are crucial for the social stability of a city. There are many factors that can affect them. The most important are people's needs. When they are not fulfilled, discontent rises. Laws. Each law affects the mood of your society, so read the description of each law before you sign it. Buildings. By building certain facilities, you can raise hope and lower discontent. There are many abilities in the game that can affect hope and discontent. And outposts. Building an outpost depot allows you to assign people to work on an outpost team. Outpost depots allow you to create outpost teams. Click on a building, blah, blah, blah. Send an outpost team to establish an outpost in Frostland at a location rich in resources. The outpost will send these resources to the city once per day until you order the team to return to the city. Okay. Not bad. I guess that's because we've now got this new area. Make sure they've got everyone working in there, please. Okay, we've got a book of laws. Have we got any amputees? I don't believe we do. I don't believe we have any currently amputated citizens, so that's we don't need amputation then. I would say ceremonial funerals then. Would have been good to have gotten that ahead of time. Okay. Especially because it's a nothing one. Each burial will involve a funeral ceremony held at the cemetery. We are alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by generators. But we're alone. Terrible. All those poor people. We can't end up like them. Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. We should never have left. Oh my god, Britain! This place is a deadly trap. We need to get out of here. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in the frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. Choose your path. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. A new set of laws will become available. Order, if we go the order discipline, or faith, if we go for faith and spiritual strength. I know that hope drop was horrific. Absolutely horrific. That was pretty bad. Aavak, my friend here, thinks I could be your twin if I did my beard up like yours. Okay. Order. Praise God. Order is the only way we will survive. Order. Deus Vult. Quick, more kids to the generator. That would definitely be... We will choose faith. The cult of Dark Aavak. Feed the children to the generator. Praise the machine spirit. No. Praise the moon. Faith sounds more interesting. Order, people. Order, please. Go for faith and worship the machine spirits. Become the based machinarium. Mechanicum, sorry. Now it's time for the rise of Dark Aavak. Choose order. Order is the only path. Imperium of man. Faith can give you the best fanatics. I mean, martyrs. Order. Praise the snow gods. Faith. Order. Sold. Praise the moon. Order. The machine god commands. Order. Praise the machine god. See, the thing with the machine god could be either way. Shen went faith. You don't want to be like Shen, do you? Oh, that's a good point. If I was like Shen, I might be like, I'll be right back. I need to go get a coffee. And then not return for 20 minutes. Granted, it's always an interesting story when he comes back. He's like, so, I went to get a coffee. And then while I was waiting for the coffee to brew, I decided to sit on the toilet. And then I fell in. And then I got flushed down the bend. I got really small. And then I met this mouse. And I rode on the mouse's back. And it was great. But It's going to be order and discipline. Donk. Purpose. The Book of Laws. The children need to be disciplined to be put into the... That is true. You know what? What is more dark, Aavak? Hoisting the children and throwing them into the generator? Or convincing them to walk into the generator themselves? That's like... you're getting onto the sort of Conan villain then. It's like, I once sought the secrets of steel, but... the strength of the flesh. The whole idea of steel, no, don't need weapons. I just need to make people believe they want to jump off high places for me. Only we won't be turning into a snake. That never helps. Never. So this is how long the milkshakes work for. Good to know, Aavak. Good to know. Yeah, well, I've got nothing to drink. I've got nothing to drink. How can I be... But, didn't I just enact a law? Do I enact another law straight away? Neighborhood watch. We will have to build 2 watchtowers. We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. New building, watchtower. Watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby. Very well.
New law. A new law has passed.
It is a grand law, for I was the one who passed it. Naturally. It's only a base heating level of 1, so I'm going to need a heat generator. I can have one out down here. There's a decent amount of places nearby. Pop one in there. Another one across here would be decent, perhaps. So maybe... See, all of these ones right down here.
Word of our community's
I
acclaim
think
spreads.
I may want to, in fact, remove one of those. Blind RL, hey mate, how you doing? Thank you very much for the host. Please put some love in chat for Blind Day. Make sure there's plenty of tea and coffee out. You can swap them around a little bit, make it a bit of a cups game. Put buckets over the top and just, keep your eye. Where's it going? Who knows? Yeah, you're going. Build another bunkhouse over here. There we go, right next to that one. And then once that's gone, we'll build a new watchtower in there. At some point, I also want to build a new fighting arena. I feel safer knowing my name. Something. How are we going to survive? What should we do? Well, our cities may have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. I see. Are the Londoners willing to feed children to the machine spirit of the Great Generator? I doubt it. I imagine London's nothing but a pockmarked, crater-filled landscape where all the generators failed and no one was willing to feed the children to them. Fools. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. Well, yeah, of course it's low. You took like 80% of my hope. Scallywag game. A group of people are still scared, and they want to flee to the city of London in 15 days. They've come to try and change your mind. You say order will save us. Nonsense. What are we going to orderly decide what to eat first? Who to eat first when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like winter. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Raise your hand, all who are in favor of eating the deserters first. You still have time to make change your mind. Just saying. 15 days. It's a long time. And I'm not giving you double rations for nothing. Calm down. We're not going to die. I mean, those of us who stay aren't. You might. To be fair, it's a bit of a silly idea. We had vehicles that got us here. That broke. How are they going to get back? They're just going to walk it? From the Arctic to London? Deserters make the best dessert. Indeed, it's in the name. Your people are divided. Some of them are too scared that they plan. So scared they plan to leave the city or London in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. I think we can manage this. 18 Londoners. There's a fairly high tendency for them to want to leave right now. We will change it. Where's the watchtowers? I need 5 steel. It's fine, we'll get it. Come tomorrow. To work, people.
Work time.
Thank you.
Get back to work.
Watchtower. Right. A child died. That was unfortunate. Fall of Winterhome. 2 unpopular decisions. Well, there's not a lot I can do about that right now, but I will try. I will try to fix things. I would like another fighting arena, since that specifically deals with discontent. Sawmill upgraded. Fantastic. I'm actually going to go for the wall drill now. Let's get that going. Oh, my scout party are waiting. My bad. Okay. Oh! That's a tree site. Ah, okay, that's quite cool. Freshwater Springs or the coal mine? Freshwater Springs. Go ahead, 11 hours to arrive. We need to pull Hope up. That is absolutely imperative at this point. In most of the ways, though, we're doing okay. We've got plenty of wood coming in. We've got decent amount of coal. I think our coal is holding. We'll see. Don't let the Londoners disrupt the city. I'll try my best. Right, who do we need in these watchtowers then? Workers or engineers will do. Less than a third of people live near watchtowers. People feel more hopeful when their neighbours are there to maintain safety and order. Well, where have we got people we don't necessarily need them? We don't need all of these people there. So, womp. And womp. As promised, you built and manned the watchtowers to maintain order in the city. Hope rises. By a decent amount. 107 people are living near watchtowers or guard stations. Permanent modifiers. Nice. I think I'll build some more as well then. As and where I have the opportunity. But I definitely want to manage this. 40 people are living near a fighting arena and we have a public house. I think we could afford, if we can get another fighting arena somewhere around here amongst the tents. Possibly even up here, actually. We've got several homes there, so it might not be a bad move. Yeah. Wall drill research, there we go. Build a wall drill to extract wood from the ice wall. Right, how does that work then? Ah, I need steam cores. Okay, then we're not going to be doing that for a little while. Bloody coal mines, that's what took all our steam cores. If I hadn't built those, wouldn't have had to let a child die. Is that a bunkhouse as well? Yeah, we've got quite a lot. Yeah, we're going to pop this one down here. And probably build a watchtower as well. This one, though, I'm going to pop down here, as that is going to allow me to build another bunkhouse, or in time, around there. And I think that would work out quite well for us. In terms of research, at this point, I want to move on, but I'm going to need a little bit more steel for that. Yeah, a few storage depots would be very much worth it. It's a fair point.
Work day ends. It's off time.
I'm going to remove people from that and assign them over here instead. There we go. And then get more people in the various areas that we have. No, that's fine. And the rest can go in there. That'll do. A burial ceremony is starting in the cemetery. Molly Newman, the child. There we go. We are recognizing Molly Newman's heroic sacrifice to the machine spirits. Molly saved us all. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichen cling to the bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Degenerated but alive. Near the freshwater spring, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating a lichen. Frozen Grove and Snowcliff. 7 children and 22 workers. Sure, we'll bring them back. That's fine. Then we'll possibly head to the American camp or the coal mine after that. Now, we've got no discontent now, so we just need to increase hope. It may take a little bit of time, but we'll get it done. Plenty of people being treated. Still need more steel, though. And that's just going to take time. Meanwhile, let's have a look at what else I could possibly explore. I need 10 steel for that. More scouts only requires 20 wood. Steel. Only 10 wood for this, for the heater. Now that will be useful because it may allow me to build heaters in the various buildings that I've got dotted around the cliffs. And we're going to be bringing back 3 steam cores here, which is going to be very nice. Hope is climbing. Gradually. More than half of the people live near watchtowers. The next thing to do would be to put another watchtower down here, I think. Or another watchtower in here. Yeah, probably one there, if I'm perfectly honest. We'll build a bunkhouse somewhere up here. Then remove that tent and deploy a watchtower down there. Since that would... Well, actually, no, it might not hit that one. I'll have to move this tent instead. But that should hit all of those. Aavak, you need an infirmary. The care house can't actually treat some of the people that are there. And they're just being kept from getting worse. You need an infirmary. I know, I've mentioned that dozens of times, that's Dave. You've been here! I know you've been here because you've been commenting when I've been saying it. It's one thing when someone joins and hasn't heard me saying it, but it's quite another one when someone just hasn't been paying attention. The Londoners gain more followers. Oh, well, drat. Up to 26. People joined the Londoners. Sir, the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. Drat. We'll hopefully get more and more people nearby a watchtower. Does it tell me anything about how they feel? All our workers said he may have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. I fear it may well have happened that way. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait on that one. The temperature falls.
It's getting colder.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll just feed more children to the generator. Fine. Shh. Worry not. Everything is okay. Everything is awesome, in fact. Are we researching this? We should be. Yes. There we go.
Time to earn your bread.
Right, bunkhouse, please and thank you. Let's get you over there, right next to the effect of the watchtower, please, and the effect of the fighting arena. Then we will break this one down. Sorry, the middle one down. There we go. Aavak, can you do the neighborhood watch law now that you've built the watchtowers? I mean, I've already got neighborhood watch. That's how I can build the watchtowers. Morning gathering. Each morning gatherings will slightly increase hope. We'll gather each morning to make sure our goals and priorities for the day are clear to everyone. Guard stations. An organized militia will maintain peace and order in our city and help us deal with anyone who might threaten it. Guard stations raise the hope of people living nearby. Guard stations lower the discontent of people living nearby. You can use guards to break up protests. You'll have to build 2 guard stations. Discontent will rise slightly. Now, I think we'll go for the morning gatherings before we go that. There's Patrol Prison Propaganda Center. No, we'll just go with that one for now. We won't go with the guards yet. That doesn't strictly seem necessary. However, what does seem necessary to me is getting some people out to help build these for me. There we go. Let's get new watchtower in, and that should significantly help. Gonna need some more time to get the bunkhouses, but the tendency is dropping now, so we are starting to pull this up. Slow but steady. Slow but steady. No patience in this building. No patience in that building. Where's the other? No patience there. So they must all be in here. Yep. Okay. Double rations for you, so you can recover a little bit faster. Heaters have been built. Okay. We've got too much wood, so the stone mill is shutting down. We can build the heater. Raises the workplace temperature by 1 level. While there are people inside. Upkeep 1 coal. Yep. And same over here. There you go. Same. If there's no one working there, then don't worry about it, obviously. But that should help out a little bit. Next, we still need a little bit more steel. That's what we're going to wait on now, because I want to get the infirmary. But we'll get there. I'm just going to have to hold off on doing anything like... this one actually shouldn't have one, because we've got an automaton. This one, the same. We'll need it. Let's get that going. Ooh. Timely intervention. Neighborhood watch. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by the neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. It could have ended with a broken leg, or worse if it weren't for our watchman. A neighbor commented, "We're lucky to have them. I'm glad it ended well."